Welcome to Planting Joy Garden. As you can see, I have a special project today. I'm going to be setting up drip irrigation. So I do have a box here. You're probably wondering, why are you setting up drip irrigation when you only have 60 days left in your growing season? Well, because it is fall, drip irrigation is on sale because it's out of season. And now is the perfect time for me to test it. So I have here the mix drip irrigation system. This is a quick connect system. It looked pretty straightforward and uncomplicated, so I decided to use it. So I'll quickly explain what I have here. I have my main line. I have my distribution line. So this is what they consider the 1/2 inch and the 1/4 inch. I have some plumber's tape. This all came in a kit. This is to end the main line. This is the end cap for the main line. And this is the faucet connector for the main line. It came with 2 kind of emitters. So I have the drip emitter that has the caps on it with the holes. And I also have the vortex emitters. Okay. It also came with the distributors. So the main line comes here and that 1/4 inch distribution line comes off the side. So it looks pretty basic. And it also came with plugs in case I do not want to use one of the connections. So let's see if we can get through it. The tools I have, scissors and a knife. That's all I'll be using today. And the other thing I have is a plan. It's not beautiful, but I kind of want to know what I'm doing and where I want my emitters to go. So I laid out a plan just to make sure I have enough line and enough connections. So I'm going to attach the faucet connector, which is this piece here. I'm going to unscrew it because I want to make sure that enough of this goes in. So we'll put this in here. So I'm just going to push this all the way here. And I have it all the way on, all the way around. I can slide the cap up and screw it on. And it's starting to rain. When you know it, I set up drip irrigation and then I get rain. So typical. So I tested it. There's no leaks at the faucet connection. And this is just a rough run. I have extended the line out. I tucked it underneath where I could. And I went the full length. So I'm going straight off the faucet. I did put in landscape staples just to kind of hold it down so it's not a trip hazard. So where I enter a pathway is where I'm actually putting in the landscape staples, and this will be the end. That's where I'll put that termination piece after I have completed the rest of the setup. Now we're going to put a splitter in. So this is going to go into the main line like this. And it will allow me to pull 4 individual lines from here. So I have to put that into this line. Okay, so I'm just going to try to make a nice, clean, straight cut. And it cut quite easily. Just like that. Again, I'm going to take the caps off. At least loosen the caps. Put this side. Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. So I'm going to slide this in like that, which is important because if I would have did it any other way, and you notice that this is not quite a clean cut. But we'll see. If I have a leak, I know why. It's because I didn't make a straight enough cut. this will go on this side. Ugh. And I must say that I am not mechanically inclined in any way. So that goes on this side. See how much I can push in. Okay, that's one side. And we do the same thing on the other side. Take this cap off, slide it on like this. Okay, just like that. And we'll push this in. Just want to make sure that I get enough on here. And I've avoided doing drip irrigation because to me it's plumbing and I'm afraid of plumbing. But I just want to try it out. It was very affordable. I was surprised how affordable drip is. You know, it's not like a big investment like mini garden things. It's super affordable. So I got this kit for under $30. I mean, you can't beat that. And then I'm just going to screw my caps back on. And I don't have a lot of hand strength. So I will probably have to use an additional tool. And that's what it looks like. So now I want to take a line from these two emitters into this raised bed. And I selected a drip emitter for this application because I'll be putting two in one bed. So I'll start by attaching, inserting 1/4 inch into here. And you see you have to make sure you have enough inserted. And it is because I can't pull it out. So it's a quick connect. So this is ready. I'll place it in the bed. I think I'll place it right about here. And so what I'm going to do is simply measure backwards to here. So let's do that. And I have everything still in a row. I won't make any cuts until I'm sure of what I'm doing. And I'm also going to give myself a little slack in the line. So I think right about here would be great. And I'm just going to make sure I have a nice, clean, straight cut. And I'm going to put a second emitter, making sure to give myself plenty slack. So yes, my lines are going to be visible, but I don't care. Okay, and so what I'm going to do, this is quick connect. And so I'm connected. Okay, so there's actually like a barb to catch the line inside there. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. Connect this here. Make sure it's fully inside. And measure back down to my main section. Measuring back, giving myself a little slack, and I'm going to cut a nice straight line. Perfect. And we're going to insert this. Okay, I'm going to send one line to my green stalk. And yes, I know green stalk has their own drip system, but I wanted to have something that I can continue to spin. So my plan is just to take the emitter off, spin it, drop it back in again. Connect here. So of course I will have to pull all of this up because I actually turn off my outside spigot. We get freezing temperatures in the wintertime, and so all of this will be removed for the winter. And so I'll bring you back when I'm done. Let me show you what I've got accomplished. Okay, so I have 3 lines. I have my emitter here and another one there. This one is going up to the green stalk. I put it under the wheel so it's not a trip hazard. I have it going up the side, and I simply just lay this emitter in the container. Because I do have the lid, I'll just simply stick the emitter inside. For now, that'll be what we'll do. And this allows me simply to take the emitter out, take the emitter out and turn the green stalk. Okay, so that's what we're doing for now. It may not be a perfect plan, but it is a plan. And so I'll continue to do the rest. And so I'll bring you back when it's all done and when I actually test the line. So I wanted to show you my setup. So I have it going here. I split it off in 3. So I have 2 here. The other one's going up to the green stalk. And I'm holding it in place with a simple close pin, which will hold the nozzle, and the lid keeps all the water inside. Okay. Here's my next connection. I did 3 with 1 closed off right there. So one is going to this bed. The other nozzle is going to this bed. Okay. Let's go back around. I also put in another splitter here, and this one's going in 4 directions. I have 2 nozzles in this bed, 1 here, 1 there. I have 1 in here. This one is actually turned off because we had rain yesterday, and this one doesn't require that much water. I also have 1 here, which is closed off. So you can close off individual nozzles if you do not want to water a container. Turn it on so you can hear and see. Okay, so it's working great. Take a look in the green stalk. So I figured out that it takes 5 minutes to fill the green stalk using a vortex emitter. And so I did do a test of this, and I allowed it to run for 5 minutes, and I can see that the water has gone through because it's coming through the spout here. Yes, it rained yesterday, so I will have to test it when it's a truly dry soil, but it takes about 5 minutes with my water pressure and my line length to fill my green stalks. So I hope this has been helpful. If you learned anything new or got any ideas, please hit that like button. And I thank you so much for joining me in the garden. Have an amazing day. The Lord is good to all, and his loving kindness is over all his works.